Text message scams. They may seem obvious to you, but they do work, and people do fall victim to these.
Australians have lost $500 million to scammers this year, and that's probably just the tip of the iceberg. You only have to click on a text message to fall victim.
Today I received a text message saying, "Important notice, kindly note that your device will be returned to the sender if you fail to retrieve it promptly." And of course this message contains a link. Now before we fire up our fake mobile and see what this link does, I just want to point out the red flags I see in this message. The first thing I noticed is the use of the word kindly. This seems to be a common word scammers use. Maybe this is a language thing, I'm not exactly sure why, but scammers often say kindly do X. The second red flag is the capital D on the word device. If you think about communications you may have had with legitimate organizations, they tend to use correct grammar and punctuation. Spelling mistakes and incorrectly capitalizing words from unsolicited messages often raise concern. The third red flag is a sense of urgency. Scammers often impose urgency to invoke panic and prevent the critical thinking faculties in the victim. If you are ever unsure about something, stop, think, and talk to someone you know and trust. Having another perspective from someone you trust can help to identify a scam. And the fourth red flag is of course the link. Look at the part of the link known as the domain. The domain in this example is ibecir.com. Legitimate domains generally represent the name of the operation behind the site. I have no idea who ibecir.com is. At this point, I'd like to stress that if you ever see a message like this, just delete the message and do not click the link. So before we click this link, let's dive a little deeper. Clicking a link like this will most likely do multiple things. The first thing this link will most likely do is record your IP address and general location. Now your IP address will not give your exact location, but it may give the location of your nearest city. Also, this link will most likely be personalized. So this link is specifically for me. And by clicking this link, I am notifying the scammers that I, Phil McCracken today, has responded. And there's some other information that can also be extracted from my device, including what device I am using and what internet browser I am using. Okay, let's go. The first thing to notice is the JB Hi-Fi logo. Now if we look at the web address and remember the part of the domain I mentioned earlier, the domain here is restrundlepacks.com, and this seems to no way represent JB Hi-Fi. If we do a web search of JB Hi-Fi, we find the real JB Hi-Fi website. The real domain for the JB Hi-Fi website is jbhifi.com.au. As we would expect to see, here the domain name represents the company name. So at this stage, this appears to be a standard phishing scam. A phishing scam, that's phishing with a PH, is a type of scam where someone is posing as a legitimate organization to trick people into providing sensitive information, including personal and financial details. Also, remember what I said earlier about this possibly being a personalized link? These scammers know precisely who is clicking on these links. Even if we back out here and do not provide any more information, they know they nearly had us, and we will most likely be targeted with many more of these. If we scroll down, we can see what appears to be a Facebook feed, with people posting about winning an iPhone. None of these profiles are clickable, and the link to load more comments is also unclickable. This raises one simple question. If this was a legitimate competition, why would they fake a list of Facebook winners? Anyway, let's take the survey. Do you currently own any Apple products? I do prefer bananas. Have you ever owned an iPhone? What's an iPhone? What music service do you prefer? I love making music with apples. Pick your preferred delivery time. I'll just let these criminals know that I am not usually home during the day. That should be fine. Oh my god, congratulations! I can now claim an iPhone 14 Pro. I have 3 chances to pick the right box. Good luck me. Wait, did I already win? Or do I have to pick the right box? Confusing language and spelling mistakes are all red flags here. Oh no, this box is empty. But I still have 2 chances left, so I'm guessing I didn't already win. Great pig! Surprise, surprise, I won! Oh my god, I won an iPhone 14 Pro. Just follow these simple instructions. Click on continue, easy enough. Share my home address, okay then. Pay a small delivery fee, and there it is. Now we get to the meat of the scam. Hand over my credit card information. Well, you may know that I do like using vanilla Visa cards. These cards are preloaded with a fixed amount and do not link to your bank account. So I'm happy to share one of my empty vanilla Visa cards here to see what happens. So here I want you to take note of how we are being redirected through multiple domains until we land on the website mytechcentre.net. I'll put my fake personal information and empty Visa card details here just to see what happens. And surprise, surprise, the payment fails. Reading the fine print, we see that the small delivery fee has now turned into $8 for a 3-day trial with My Tech Centre, and then $140 per month, a small delivery fee my ass. You also have to share this scam on Facebook and get 50 likes, so drag all your friends and family into this scam. And even if you do all that, I'd still bet you never get your new phone. Also note the demand to identify yourself by attaching legitimate personal documentation, including either a passport or driver's license. I decided to look a little further into this mytechcentre.net website, and when I read through the source code, I found something that grabs my attention. The site references multiple libraries from another site, ketolife.mediatrk.com. So it looks like this site was built with some kind of website builder, though the term Keto Life had me wondering. As far as I know, keto generally refers to a ketogenic diet. In other words, a diet high in fat and low in carbs. So what does dieting have to do with a tech support company, I hear you ask? Well, that is a great question. Doing a web search for Keto Life, I found this website, ketolife.fit, and you probably guessed it. This site also references the libraries from ketolife.mediatrk.com. Is this just a coincidence? Well, it looks like this MediaTRK, looking at the website mediatrk.com, I see this is a website building tool that both ketolife.fit and mytechcentre.com are using. They offer a free 14-day trial, so I signed up, this time using Leslie Baker, and my company is called Baker Farms. MediaTRK gave me access to a set of libraries hosted at bakerfarms.mediatrk.com. Now I know what naming conventions MediaTRK is using, and now I know that someone signed up an account with MediaTRK using the company name Keto Life, and with that account, 2 websites have been created. The first is the ketolife.fit site, and the second is the mytechcentre.net. And to confirm this, look at the similarities on the Contact Us section on both pages. They use different phone numbers, but the wording is identical. When you surf the internet, you type in an address, for example google.com, and there is a system called DNS which turns that into an IP address. We can do a DNS lookup for My Tech Centre, and we find that the IP address is 54.72.170.109. If we do a DNS lookup for ketolife.fit, we find that it's located at the same IP address. Now a DNS lookup for mediatrk.com, and you guessed it, it's the same. So MediaTRK is not only the website builder, but they are also hosting both of these sites. Now if we look up the location of this IP address, we find this IP address belongs to an Amazon data center in Ireland. Let's give them a call. We'll call Keto Life first.
Welcome to Keto Life. Please hold for the first available employee.
Keto Life, how can I help you?
Yeah, hello, how are you? I was just looking on the website and I just wanted to get some information about the Keto Life, if you can help me out, if that's okay?
No, I can't. You have to send an email.
Send an email? Okay. Alright, thank you.
Yes.
Alright, bye. Customer service awards aside, that was pretty weird. What company doesn't want to answer questions about their product? So let's call My Tech Centre.
You have called NordicSkincare.com. Outside our opening hours, which are weekdays from 8 o'clock to 20 p.m.
So there it is. There is no My Tech Centre, and there is no iPhone. But who is Nordic Skincare? A web search for Nordic Skincare turns up this website, nordic-skincare.com. Boy, does this site look familiar, and the source code points us back to MediaTRK. So now I'm feeling suspicious of MediaTRK. Let's see how deep this rabbit hole goes. We can do a reverse IP search and see all the domains hosted at the same address as MediaTRK, and we find 9 in total. 1 is MediaTRK.com, 2 appear to be dormant, and 6 have active websites, and each one of these sites has references to MediaTRK.com in their source code. So we have MediaTRK.com, MyTechCenter.net, KetoLife.fit, Nordic-skincare.com, MailBoost.fit, CDBcare.expert, and cdbnordic.co.uk. There is the term Nordic again. Now I want you to remember this one. Looking back at the MediaTRK website, the About Us section specifically states they were founded in the UK. So let's have a look through the UK company register and see if MediaTRK is actually a registered company. The following information is publicly available. I'm not sharing anyone's private information, and I am not accusing anyone of criminal activity. People should always be considered innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. According to the UK company register, MediaTRK was incorporated in 2013 and dissolved in 2016. According to the Whois database, the domain MediaTRK.com was also registered in 2013. The certificate of incorporation for MediaTRK lists the company director as Martin through Friis Mikkelsen, born May 1981 in Denmark. Here is his LinkedIn profile, where he specifically states he is the founder of MediaTRK. So if we search for Martin Mikkelsen in the UK company register, we find several records. Looking at the most recent appointment, we find Soho Financials Limited. Formed in 2020, this company is currently active. When we look at the filing history, we find something interesting. In March 2021, we see a resolution for a change of company name. Now, are you ready for a kick in the pants? Soho Financials Limited was previously called Nordic Capital Marketing Limited. Remember NordicSkincare.com? And don't forget about cdbnordic.co.uk. But wait, there's more. Martin Mikkelsen is not alone in this venture. If we go back to the Certificate of Incorporation for MediaTRK, we see listed 2 shareholders. One is Mikkelsen Invest APS, and the other is IPNet Holdings Limited. The Certificate of Incorporation for IPNet Holdings lists its director as Anthony Bergen, born January 1980 in Britain, and here is his LinkedIn profile. Records show that IPNet Holdings Limited changed its name to IPNet Limited in 2018, and that this company is still active today. Searching the UK company register for Anthony Bergen, we find 10 appointments, though one in particular that took my interest is B&M Tech Limited. If we look into the filing history of this company, we see it was incorporated May 2014, and in December of the same year, Martin Mikkelsen was appointed as director. So this suggests Anthony Bergen, aka IPNet Holdings Limited, aka IPNet Limited, was not just a shareholder in MediaTRK. Martin Mikkelsen and Anthony Bergen actually have worked together. So looking at Anthony Bergen's active appointments, we see IPNet Limited and Leadbyte Limited. Leadbyte Limited was originally registered in August 2010 as Boxprompt Limited. In January 2011, the company name was changed to AspectNet Solutions Limited. In June 2012, the company changed its name again from AspectNet Solutions Limited to Leadbyte Limited. Now looking at the website leadbyte.co.uk, we see this is all about affiliate links and marketing. And Leadbyte specifically state on their website, deliver leads to any CRM, Google Sheets via SMS, email, or as a file schedule. The following is my own speculation based on the information I have presented. I believe the scam is run like this. Leadbyte sends out text messages with a link referring people to one of the many MediaTRK websites. These sites trick people into giving up their personal information as well as credit card details. The phone numbers listed on all these MediaTRK sites are all answered by the same person and do not actually provide any of the products or services listed on these websites. This operation seems to have been going for over 10 years, and the 2 people behind this are Martin Mikkelsen and Anthony Bergen. Now I cannot prove Leadbyte is sending the text messages, and I cannot prove that none of these products exists. So this is where I ask you for help. I'm sure there are victims out there. If you or anyone you know has ever had any dealings with any of the websites, mytechcenter.net, NordicSkincare.com, KetoLife.fit, MailBoost.fit, CDBNordic.co.uk, CDBCare.expert, SCASkincare.com, or ClubShaving.com, please let me know. If not, share this video on your social media with your friends and family. As far as I understand from talking with the Australian Federal Police Cyber Crimes Unit, without a victim, there is no real crime. If you can, please help spread this message and help me find anyone who has fallen victim to these people. I will continue to investigate the activities of these people, as I believe this is only the tip of the iceberg. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and please stay safe online.